Greetings everyone, and welcome to part 21 of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, and I got another trophy, Where the Bell Tolls. Get it? Because, it's, you get it? Never mind. Anyway folks, thanks to Sid's installment of the Navigational Gummy, we can travel to new worlds. He also installed a Warp Gummy, which means, well, I'm about to demonstrate right now. What it does is, it will allow us to warp to previously traveled to worlds. Meaning, well, we can backtrack much easier than we have before. So yeah, and I meant to do that, folks. I meant to do that, you know? Because a warp drive is, well, an untested technology, you see. I mean, who knows what can go wrong when you enter warp speed, you know? Take Star Trek, for example. You could go through a wormhole, almost die. You could go back in time or forward in time, especially if you're near, like, black holes or the sun or something like that. Star Trek nerds will figure out what I'm talking about, so, yeah. Anyway, folks, first stop on our little backtracking journey. Yes, we're going to do some backtracking to previous worlds before we start exploring new worlds. Yeah, we're going back to the Olympus Coliseum because the time has come for us to do some tournaments. And first off is the Phil Cup. And what I just read there is pretty much the contenders. And of course Sora's at the bottom because, well, Sora's not... Well, he's still a junior hero. He still has to prove himself in the battlefield. And that treasure chest looks oh so tempting. Oh, so tempting. So, yeah. So what I recommend is I'd save at this point. And I would also make sure you stock up on potions and ethers if you have ethers. And when you're ready, go talk to Phil. Select the tournament you want to enter. And go for it, really. So yeah, basically, this is the main premise of Olympus Coliseum. We are defining these tournaments against a swarm of Heartless, most of the time. And a lot of these Heartless usually comes from a single segment of world, I believe. It's like, for example, all these enemies we are fighting, we have previously encountered on all the worlds we've entered so far. So, yeah. Now, I do say we encounter Heartless most of the time in these tournaments because every now and then we will encounter a non-Heartless contender. And as we go through these tournaments, well, you'll see them. Trust me, they're there. Now, these can be easy or they can be difficult depending on what level you are currently at. Me being, pretty high there, I'm leveling up to level 25 back in Traverse Town and probably gotten a couple more levels afterwards. I'm gonna breeze through this no problem, really, folks. It's, yeah. And as you can see here, we have guard armor's feet right here among the enemies. Yeah, I told you these things can be independent of one another, which is bizarre. And another thing, Guard Armor's color is its original color, you know, from the PlayStation 2 Vanilla Edition. And I should let you know that in Final Mix, Guard Armor in original color is actually called Red Armor. Although it's not exactly red, it's more purple. Mistranslation, Square Enix? I don't know, really. Whatever. Anyway, with these tournaments, there are actually 3 versions of a tournament. What I'm doing right now is I'm playing through the basic one. Essentially, you just go through, you take out all the enemies and win the cup. Then there is a solo-only version in which we do it again, only as Sora. No help from Donald and Goofy. And then there is a third version, which is time trials. You get a 3-minute time limit to defeat all the enemies. And don't worry, Donald and Goofy are with you on that one, so it's only fair, at least. Now, what I'm going to be doing here is I will show off, well, the basic one, because if I go through Sora and the time trial, it's going to be the exact same thing, and I don't want to bore you too much, because yeah, same enemies, same order, no change at all. Except, well, for Sora Solo and the time limit. But other than that, yeah, it's pretty much the same exact thing. Now, this place can be a great way to level up your character if you need a level up. I mean, if you fight, and decide for some reason to quit, I don't know why, you keep the experience that you can actually earn, and that's actually pretty handy, don't you think? It's all nice and good, you see. Ugh. See, look at that. Sora's got bigger health. That is oh so nice. All right. Now, what I will, well, for this tournament right here, at least, I will show off what you get when you, well, essentially beat the cup on solo and on time trial mode. Now, yes, you get rewards every time you beat a tournament. Well, all three versions of a tournament, but they can vary depending on if they're worth it or not. If they're worth it to you. I mean, if you're just going to speed run this game, you can actually skip Olympus Coliseum entirely. You don't have to come here. You can just go straight to the next world. And yeah, and don't worry, folks. This will be the only video so far that, well, this will be the only video at this point that will involve some backtracking. I mean, in future videos, I will do some backtracking as I get more and more stuff, but right now, I'm just showing off what you can get at this point. So, yeah. Get all these individual pieces of guard armor. It's like, ugh. You know, it's kind of weird, you know. But then we did see it before back in the Traverse Town in a different color scheme, even. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, back to what I was saying about solo and time trial mode. It's I recommend getting at a much higher level because some of these enemies around here, especially during time trial, can really eat up your time. And if you're not careful, well, you can run out of time and lose, really. I mean, 3 minutes, I mean, you're so busy trying to take out an enemy, it's can be distracting. You lose track of time. So, again, like, go through the basic if you want to, then level up a bit before you try the time trials and the solo cup, because you want to be strong enough to, like, one-shot these enemies and move on, really. Yeah, so, anyway, I just completed the, well, Phil Cup. And, yeah. So, yeah, folks, that was our first tournament, and, hooray.
We're the champs!
Of this cup, Sora, of this cup. There will be other cups that we will have to go through later on. And by winning, we get the spell Gravity, which is actually pretty useful, if I might add. And there's another reason I'm going to show off in this video the, well, what you get when you complete a cup in a certain mode. I want to show off the trophies. Even though I am not getting all the trophies, I just want to show off that I'm actually making some progress, you see. Anyway, we get a combo plus by beating Phil's Cup on solo mode, and we get the Supreme Soloist, because, musical terms, I get it right there. And by beating Time Trial, I get Tech Boost. And folks, right there, I am not kidding, I barely got that one. I mean, I was amazed. I mean, usually when it reaches 0, I was like, it'd be game over. You'd be booted out. I've had it happen to me. But, I don't know, for some reason, the game was being generous that day and decided to, like, oh, you just beat your last Heartless just like that? It's like, oh, really? I can imagine it was an off-screen, like, 0.0001 second left, and the game counted like, oh, you barely made it. Well done. Yeah. Anyway, folks, I'm cutting back to Wonderland here because, well, I've just gotten my hands on a Thunder Spell, and it's time to actually go and use it here. You may notice these arches of flowers right here. You just zap them, and a treasure chest will appear. And, yeah, one I got a gummy piece, and the other I got, well, some more puppies. Because we need the puppies, you see. And, of course, I have to, well, get the Thunder Arts, so let's go, treat this white mushroom here. There you go. Wait for it for this, I'm guessing it's a beam of sun, I'm guessing. I don't know exactly what it is. Anyway, when that, image appears, no, you're not hot. You're not hot. Anyway, when that orangey ray thing appears over its head, zap it with thunder, and, yeah. Come on. You want... There you go. Alright, folks, we did it. We got, well, another thing, and we got some mystery goo. And, mystery goo, it can be used for synthesis, and, I'll be doing some synthesis. I'll make some items, not all items, but I will make some in this playthrough, so, yeah. Anyway, we're back in Deep Jungle because we have a mini-game to take care of. It's, well, at least with this mini-game in this world, you actually get stuff when you complete it. And I told you about the vine-swinging mini-game last part, right? Well, I'm not doing that one yet because, well, I'm going to get something later on that will make that mini-game oh so easy. Oh, yeah. So yeah, excuse me. So yeah, folks, this is the jungle sliding mini game. Our goal here is to, well, essentially slide in certain terrains and collect the fruit. And we have to make sure we collect all the fruit in order to get the reward. Now the thing is, folks, there are actually 5 routes that we need to go through in order to fully complete this mini game. So yeah, here we are on Route 1. We've seen this before, and yeah. Now, for your best chance of success and accuracy, just hold back on the left analog stick to slow things down. Now, it's not going to help all the time. It's just, it's just going to be less of a headache in the long run. You see, it'll help you control your character, avoid obstacles, and collect that fruit. Anyway, to get to Route 2, we need to make a left at this branching path right here. Now, these new routes will not appear until you retry the slide after you successfully complete it the first time. And yeah, folks, here is route number 2, a cave structure. And we're sliding on water. I'm guessing it makes sense because running water can be a good sliding thing. Now, the thing you need to watch out for is, well, these rocks that are coming up, you have to avoid them so you don't get hurt. Yeah, you can't get hurt along this course. I've seen Sora's health drop when he gets hit. Yeah, see, like that. So I would jump or just maneuver around it, and yeah. Another problem with this route right here is it's dark. You can barely see things, really. So I recommend turning your TV, well, its brightness way high so that you can see exactly where the fruit is. Because there is a good chance that you can actually miss the fruit in this area. And here's the thing I do not like. Oh, AP up. It will go to Sora immediately, well, after this. But one of the things I do not like about this jungle slide is, in order to fully complete it, you have to actually, essentially, get every fruit from Route 1, and then get every fruit from all the routes. I mean, you cannot miss one, or else, well, you're going to have to restart from the beginning and do it again, and which kind of stinks, really. So yeah, here's why I end up after Route 2, so now let's go on to Route 3. Again, it's another left branching pathway. There was a boulder right here, and now there is no longer a boulder. We are continuing onwards, so you see. Okay. Now, yeah, folks, yeah, as I was saying, what I really hate about this thing is you have to collect every single fruit en route. I mean, as you can see here, I still have 20, so now I'm going for 30 on route number 3. Now, route number 3, I do not think you can slow down. I tried pushing back on the left analog stick, but you just keep going at a speedy pace. Of course, we're probably going downhill a little bit. That kind of makes sense, but you can slow down in previous routes, and we will slow down on a new route. So, that's weird, really. I guess it's the speedy course right here. Oh, and there's the branching pathway right there, so, yeah. Don't worry, folks. We're almost done. Trust me. It's almost over. And of course, this one will deposit us right here at the cliffs. Alright, route number 4. Yeah. Again, folks, if you want to successfully complete all this, you cannot miss a single fruit. Yeah, when you miss one, it can really ruin your experience. I've had it happen to me over and over. This took me about an hour to complete all 5 routes without missing a single fruit. And you're just seeing my best go-throughs. I mean, collecting the fruit is relatively easy, mind you. The collection hitbox detection thingy is pretty lenient. I mean, if Sora's Keyblade is actually, like, right next to a fruit, it can actually pick it up. So, yeah. See, look at that. At least the game's lenient on that front. And I got a defense up, which, again, will go immediately to Sora once I, get out of this minigame, you see. I like how Tarzan can destroy the rocks, no problem. And, yeah. Anyway, this will take us to the waterfall area. And actually, our last course will actually be going down the waterfall area. So, yeah. Alright, folks, this is it, our final route. And make sure you get all 40 fruit before coming here, or else, yeah. Now, this one will be a bit speedier, and I think you can slow down, but, you know, it kind of sucked that you worked so hard to get all this fruit, and at the end, you just miss it by 1. I admit it happened to me once, but, yeah, this game can be a bit finicky, and I'm glad it never came back. I'm really glad it never came back. And we get a power-up, which will go straight to Sora. And yeah, that's it, folks. That's pretty much it for the sliding section, and we're done with Deep Jungle for now. And folks, in part 22 coming up, we will actually be going to a brand new world, a whole new world.